Deadlock builds these days always lean into weapon items or spirit items. Vitality? If I have to. And hey, I get it. Slots are more choked than ever, and you need every last one of them to push your damage output further. But what if you didn't need any of that? No extra gun damage, no cooldown reduction, just pure survival. Well, I decided to put this to the test. Can you actually win a game of Deadlock using only vitality items? What started off as an admittedly dumb idea evolved into something I never thought it could. What the f just happened? But first, I had to figure out who could even pull this off in the first place. And my initial thought was Dynamo. I mean, it makes sense, right? His whole kit is built around supporting your team. But the problem is, his most valuable ability, his ultimate, gets completely gutted when you can't buy cooldown, reach, or duration. And yeah, you can lean into healing. Hell, you might even get a few compliments. Legend, thank you. See, look at that. He said legend. Is this what it feels like to be a support mate? But at that point, you've removed the part of his kit that actually makes plays. So, Dynamo was out. I needed someone who could survive through sheer stubbornness. Someone tanky. And that's when I turned to Abrams. This tall drink of water is built for sustain. His kit already leans into healing and regen, and more importantly, he can actually set up his team without relying on spirit or weapon items. He was perfect. Now, before jumping into the match, I headed into the practice range to plan ahead and test out my build, but as it turns out, this was a huge mistake. My confidence was through the roof. I was playing like I was already immortal, which, spoiler alert, I absolutely wasn't. Oh, they parried. No, it was obvious. That pretty much set the tone for the entire laning phase, and it wasn't long before we unfortunately lost our tower. And at that point, I decided that if I wanted this challenge to work, I'd need to farm up and start stacking resistances. I'm just gonna let Infernus get like farmed up, solo lane. I'm just gonna grab all of these urns, and maybe this will give me the edge I need. What are we buying? Get a little bit of spirit shielding, or maybe, what is that? This gives me resist. I'd rather resist, I think. I feel like I'm being more of a curse than a help when I'm on these lanes here. Sorry if you guys get angry at me, but look, it's all for the sake of science, right? No one else was gonna do this. But just as I was feeling sorry for myself, I actually started to make a bit of an impact. A seismic impact. Get it? I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I was so ready to go in. Look at that. Hey, look, that was some good displacement though. That was some solid displacement.
Thank you, Blue Man.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, they're thanking. Dude, why am I getting a thanks with like only green items? I mean, it was a good setup, I think. I think it was quite the good setup, but it's just kind of strange, right? After a greedy survival buff pickup, I rushed in to help a teammate, only to get punished myself. But when Viscous dumped half a mag into my head and I barely flinched, that's when I finally saw the build's potential. I don't die. Someone stop him from healing? I think that's kind of the point. Okay, I can just kind of bait the parry out. No! So it turns out, 2 ultimates are still enough to take me out. At least for now. But honestly, I was having way too much fun to care. I mean, despite the fact that we are going negative, I'm having a much more enjoyable time on Abrams with the full support. We are a little behind, that being said, so... Oh, actually saved. Okay, you're too annoying not to kill. Come on. Ah! Okay, look. Oh, I dropped 300. I mean, look. That was a grief for sure. That was a throw. But it's fun. Like, I have more kills than half of them. It's weirdly successful. And we got the urn. Okay, so I wasn't, but this build was starting to look a lot less like a joke. Could it actually work? I wasn't sure yet, but I was determined to find out. I kept farming to keep up with the growing need for resistances, and we started picking up kills. I mean, you can do that. You're gonna keep taking damage though. Kill him! Yeah. But it wasn't all great. Somewhere amidst the chaos, we lost our last 2 walkers, and at that point, the game was very likely over. But I wasn't done. Win or lose, I wanted to see just how far I could push this build. And when I dove this haze with the potential 51% bullet resist, I knew I'd get my answer. You come over here, pussy. That's fine. Go for the old haze, I dare you. Oh man, that's so funny. He's just pumping it into me, and he's not like underfarmed either. He's like 25k. Oh my god, it's so funny just not dying. Give me some more. Give me some more. All right, look, are we losing? Yes, but this is like the most fun I've had in ages, just doing something stupid. So remember earlier I said 2 ultimates are enough to take me out for now? Well, come on, get me in on this. Get me in on this. You're not gonna kill me. It's not possible. Dude, they fear. Oh, we're in their side. Oh, no. From there, the rest of the match was more of the same. Face tanking absurd amount of damage, greeding for kills, and repeatedly getting scammed out of my cheat death by fucking Shivalt. We ended up losing, yeah, but this build had piqued my curiosity. It wasn't good, but it was so close. So I started to wonder, what if I gave it just a little more firepower? Now, the exception that I gave myself was one gun item, Crushing Fists. This gave me just enough extra damage to secure kills and get way more value from Lifestrike. And look, I won't make you sit through the whole game, but this actually worked. Like, really worked. That little damage boost was all I needed to figure out my real job on the team. I'm not the carry player, I'm not going to get all the kills, I'm the damage sponge. My job is to absorb as many cooldowns as humanly possible so my team can clean up after me. I mean, just watch this clip and keep an eye on the health bar. So most of my team were dead. The enemy was set up to do mid-boss, and I go to poke my head in, but Holiday is looking awfully punchable. I give her a few smacks before Infernus decides to interrupt us, and he's having none of it. He hits the parry and wastes no time wailing into me. I go for it again, but he really doesn't want anything to do with it. Pocket flies in out of nowhere and drops his cold front and affliction. Holiday tries to wrangle me back in but misses with her lasso, and at this point I'm about ready to leave, but Infernus decides enough is enough and pops his ultimate, bringing me down to 500 health. Now I somehow delay long enough for my team to come back from respawn, and they're able to clean up the fight with me standing with them. This moment was absolutely ridiculous, and I really have no idea how I survived. I don't think anyone expected this build to work. I mean, I sure didn't. What started as a dumb challenge somehow evolved into a build I can't stop coming back to, even when I'm not recording. I could try and explain how well it worked, but honestly, it's easier if I just show you. Let's start with a full clip from the intro. It gets way more ridiculous than just that first part. Also, sorry that I don't say anything in this clip, but I was trying my absolute darndest to get out of this alive. I've also put these little pop-ups up to kind of help you guys understand what's actually going on. Once again, just watch the health bar. It's dumb. It's really dumb. What the fuck just happened? This next one's so stupid, but I'd be lying if it hasn't made me buy Return Fire way more. Alright. Oh, she's here. On me somewhere. Oh, I got parried. She killed herself! No way.
Did you return fire?
Yeah, Return Fire. That's so funny. This one's more of a show of how much you can actually get away with without dying. And I do get out of this one, but the chase isn't as interesting, so I'll save you guys the time. Abrams will not die. This Abrams guy, dude. just in my lobby and he just won't die. So to answer the question, yeah, you can. It becomes stronger with Crushing Fist, sure, but half the time I don't even buy it in favor of being even tankier. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if this does well, then maybe I'll make a follow-up with the other 2 item categories. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye!